the magnesium-rich foods is a natural muscle sedative and relaxation supplement that goes throughout the body there. So when all else fails, listen to Grandma, she never goes wrong. So we've talked a little bit about the sleep diet here. Now I want to get into what I think is super important, and that's sleeping hygiene. Okay? How many stomach sleepers do we have? Good. This is going to hit home there for you. If you read ahead of me, you're going to know. If you stick with me, I'll get to it in a second. Now, what's the best way to sleep? This is something that we have done in my office for years and years and years, is we've talked to patients about the best way to get sleep, because we know that that's when their body's going to naturally, as we talked about, go into an anabolic state and recuperate the best from all problems that you're suffering, whether it's pain or discomfort or a numerous amount of other problems there. Best way to sleep is on your side in a fetal position. Fetal position, some things don't change. From the time that we're born until our last waking day, we should be on our side. Okay, there's some reasons why people choose not to sleep on their side, digestive type of issues, just to name a few. But the fetal position means we want our knees slightly bent there, on our side, a pillow in between our knees is very, very important. For many of you who have had spinal problems, and a lot of our patients, we teach this because it prevents 8 hours of pelvic rotation going on in the body, which can actually torque the spine out of alignment. Okay? We want to see the neck supported. Now let me just give you a little show about these pillows, and we'll hit on it in another minute or two there. You got to have your neck supported there. If you're on your side, you need a pillow that gives you support. Some of us are so used to those pillows since we were a baby. You know, we have our little blankie and our pillow and everything, and we're afraid to get rid of it because it gives us one of those comforting things. The truth of the matter is, it's such an important and such an inexpensive way, we'll talk about it more in a minute there, to make sure that you're getting proper support. In fact, too much pillow is similar to having a whiplash that's in a car accident over long term, and too little pillow just simply doesn't give you enough support and will strain your muscles chronically over time, creating chronic arthritic and degenerative changes in the spine. Okay? If there is low back pain, the best way to sleep. An okay way to sleep, which is certainly acceptable, and for most people, they like to start off this way and eventually work their way onto the side. This probably rings true through a lot of you. Is on your back with a pillow under your knees, the neck supported. Again, I need a little less support there if I'm on my back, and that's why the majority of pillows are made with two curves. One's a little bit smaller and keeps our head up and supported. If your mattress feels anything like this, it's time for a new one. That's best if you do have neck complaints. So start off like that, and then of course your best bet is to roll over onto your side. If you feel uncomfortable being on your side for whatever reason, then it's still acceptable to sleep on your back. Never, never, never. Orthopedists, neurologists, chiropractors, and all my patients know this. Do not sleep on your stomach. It causes strain. It throws off the natural curves in the body, and as you can see here, you'll even grow fangs. When you actually have your head, and I want all of you to just turn your head from me to one side there. That's how the majority of people who sleep on their stomach have to sleep, so that they can breathe properly. Turn your head like that and keep it there now for 8 hours. Tell me how you feel. It works the same way with the other side. It doesn't matter what way you turn your head throughout the night, the majority of people are going to wake up stiff and tense. This has been a big thing there that we've had to speak to a lot of patients about is, when should we replace our mattresses? How about our pillows? Okay, mattresses, and this has been recommended by a lot of the sleep studies and everything, every 8 to 10 years. Okay, anything before that, you probably didn't buy the best quality mattress. Anything longer than that, you're probably playing with fire. Pillows, every 1 to 2 years. Pillows are so inexpensive that I tell my patients, if you're not sure, replace them. Most quality companies, this is a huge thing. Well, how do I know which one's right for me? Most of the quality companies will at least allow you a minimum of a month, and some, even the more expensive companies, will allow up to 3 months of trial. Go for it. Stick with something that's a little more expensive, because if you're not happy, you don't want to be stuck on there for 5 years if you're unable to afford a new mattress in a matter of months. Okay? The quality of the companies is very dependent on the price. Of course, the ones that advertise are going to cost more and charge more to everybody. The ones that The ones that are a little less expensive, well, they're not going to give you the same type of guarantees. At the end of the day, what you need to do is bring the person who's going to be sleeping on the bed, or if you're just sleeping on yourself, lay on there for a half hour. See if it feels right to you. If the price is right to you, make sure you get that guarantee and go for it. Okay? We talked about that already. Stacking of the pillows causes a whiplash-like effect, causes forward head posture, as we see, and is part of that anti-aging type of approach there. If your head is back and over your shoulders, your posture looks better. It's going to cause less tension and less arthritis and degeneration for the spine. The pillows usually have two sides. If you find these, the flat pillows are usually not acceptable because they don't provide enough support. Good pillows have two sides. The cervical pillow should have one which is made for the side, which is a little bit bigger, and one which is a little smaller, which is made for sleeping on your back and keeping your chin up. I think that's a very, very important thing, and probably one of the most inexpensive ways to change your overall energy is to get a good night's sleep. Is the first thing you want to do is change your pillow. So, this is something that's very important. This has been taught years and years and years and decades from every chiropractor to every exercise specialist there is. You're feeling a little tight in the morning, as most people are, and you feel like you've been locked up for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Start stretching. I'm going to go through what I believe to be the most simple stretch. Of course, I want to give you a resource, our website, www.fisherchiropractic.center, and you'll find some of those in little bags that they give out. And I want to thank Blue Cross for giving those there. www.fisherchiropracticcenter.com. We'll go through a lot more of those on there. Please feel free to hunt through that website there, search through, and find some good resources there also. Let me just go through the most simple ones that we talked about. It's been a little while that you all have been in the chair, so come on up, stand up for a second there. Let's get loosened up. This is the first thing you want to do when you get out of your bed in the morning. Yeah, everyone's saying yourself, it was time to get up. Okay? Very simple. You want to go through all range of motions in the neck. And they can be done through just a small series of motions. The first you want to do is for 15 to 30 seconds, bring your chin all the way down. All the way up for me. I want you to lean your ear to your left shoulder, Simon says, and your ear to the right shoulder. 15 to 30 seconds on each of these here. Then you're going to turn your face to the left. Hold that there again. And to the right. Every movement you're going to do throughout the day will be done throughout one of those movements. If you start off with that, as soon as you get out of your bed, that will help assure less chronic neck and shoulder tension. Give yourself all a hand there. I'm going to go through what's more important is before you get out of bed, give thanks in the morning, go to the bathroom, whatever you choose to do, whatever your habit and routine is there. Let's talk about, and for the sake of doing this and getting at it, I'm going to hop on the floor here and pretend that this is my bed. Before you get out of bed in the morning, this is the most important stretch you can do every morning. You're going to start off, if you can't see me,